I don't know how well you can hear me. I figure I'm having thoughts when I'm having thoughts. So you're gonna grab a bite with me, and we're gonna explore an idea. So the idea is laziness, right? Laziness is a major issue. And it's probably most of people's most pernicious vice. What I'm saying is, if you have a problem or there's something bad about your character, it's probably a version of laziness. Like, most likely. If you're, you're fat, you're probably lazy when it comes to working out. Or you're lazy when it's coming to make food choices, right? Because I'm sitting here at Five Guys. So it's just different versions of laziness, right? Like, for example, I'm eating out instead of, making something to eat because I'm out running errands. It's just just a different look at laziness. When you even deal with emotional issues, ones that you're aware of. The only reason that you are still dealing with that, or you're still plagued by it, is because you haven't done the work. Right? So you've been lazy in that area. When you look at relationships, there's probably one person not meeting the expectations of the other person if there's drama. And when I say they're not meeting the expectation, I'm usually talking a matter of inaction, a matter of not doing something, a matter of resisting something. That's laziness. Like, the root of resistance is laziness. It's just like, I don't want to do it. And for a lot of you, the biggest problem is for a lot of you is this: not wanting to do something is actually a good enough reason for you not to do it. Which is crazy. It's crazy because if you're going to do well in this world, you got to do a lot of stuff you don't want to do. I mean, I would posit that the majority of the things you do would be things you don't want to do. So, laziness is a major issue. Look at where you're having problems. Ask yourself how you're being lazy with regard to that. Because I'm just going to be honest. It's not if you're being lazy. It's how you're being lazy. Like, you walk in with the presupposition that you're being lazy. And then the work becomes identifying how you're lazy, not if. Well, you say, well, I work 12 hours a day and, there's some things I just don't get to. And you can try to say that, not having time is your reason, but it's not. The reason is laziness. Because if you were less lazy, you would probably manage your time better. You'd make time management a skill to gather. Frankly, a skill to master. You'd be multitasking, like delivering content and eating at the same time. And I don't mean delivering content about eating. Hold on, you're going to lose my visual. I need my drink. This is why fountain drink cups full of grape high C probably not the best camera setup. Where else does this happen? This happens with the whole modern women problem. You know, they just have a long list of things that they won't do, and the reason for not doing these things are not the reasons that they're stating. The reasons are laziness. I don't want to do it, so I'm not going to do it. Because I guarantee you this, even the most modern woman you can think of, if she wants to do something and it's her obligation to do it, she's going to do it. Like, I've never heard of somebody wanting to fulfill their responsibilities and just choosing not to do it. But I can talk about people not wanting to fulfill their responsibilities and choosing not to do it. But that's hard to say, because we don't want to admit that we're lazy. So we'll say something else, But it's all laziness. All of it. The biggest problems in the world are laziness. Hell, we go to war as a matter of laziness. What? Yeah, because it's easier to just start killing people than it is to negotiate, than it is to compromise, than it is to grow internally to a being that can see another being's value and care about that. It's all laziness. You voted for Biden because of laziness. You voted for Trump because of laziness. So, just understand that. Now, I know what you're saying, but I'm not lazy. Like, I do all these different things. I'm always busy. I'm always productive. Cool. I'm not talking about global laziness. I'm talking about specific laziness. Global laziness is a person who doesn't want to do anything. It's the same as specific laziness, but they're just applying it specifically to everything. Most people aren't like that. That's sloth. This is why when you tell somebody they're lazy, it's offensive. Because most people are not like that. Most people are not globally lazy, unless they're just a waster, just sitting around, getting high all day, playing with their imagination, jerking off, coming all over themselves. Like, maybe that is a person who's actually lazy, like globally lazy, where, they're so nihilistic and it's like all they do is what they want to do all the time, right? But that makes my point. Specific laziness, it's filtered, right? It's filtered based on a very simple Boolean, whether or not you want to do something. And you can have a slew of reasons to justify why you want to do something. You can have a slew of reasons to justify why you don't want to do something. But at the end of the day, you really only have one reason to do things or not do things. Either you want to or you don't. That's it. There's nothing to it. It's simple. It's Boolean. Either you want to do it or you don't. All the other information just informs that one decision. So you can be specifically lazy at a very detailed level, at a very granular level. Like, you could be a person who doesn't mind doing chores, but won't wash dishes. So that person's not lazy per se, because they're doing all this other stuff. They're sweeping, they're mopping, they're, doing laundry, what have you. But when it's time to wash a dish, Oh, they're tired. Oh, they don't feel like it. Oh, they don't have time. None of that's true. You're just lazy with regard to that specific task. You're specifically lazy. And a lot of people will busy themselves with things that they don't mind doing simply for the reason of avoiding the thing that they don't want to do. I say that to say they're overly active just so that not having time is an excuse. They keep themselves busy and occupied so that they can avoid the thing that they don't want to do, and explain not doing it by not having time or energy or etc. So that's really it. So I just wanted to leave you that. So it's not a matter of laziness. It's a matter of specific laziness. Like, you could be amazing 13, 14 different ways. But if there's one thing that you should be doing and you're not doing just because you don't want to, you're lazy in that area. Fix that. That's all for now.